Start a mountain pose. Welcome everybody. Go ahead and make your way up to the top of your mat. You might stand with your feet about hip distance apart, toes forward. This can just be a starting point. You can always change this posturing. But first, just to establish alignment, balance, connection. Taking a breath or two. But feel free to adjust your footing on your mat if you need to. Maybe just stepping out a little wider, even turning your feet outward. That might feel a bit more natural to you. Just starting to tune in to self, arriving here in the space, experiencing breath. Just slow, steady breaths here as we begin our practice, start our journey. As you breathe in, you might feel the breath rising upward to fill your lungs. And a slow and controlled exhale where you might draw navel inward towards your spine. A light contraction of your abdominal muscles, the abdominal lock. And just continue with that sensation, bringing yourself to a greater awareness, fully present. Our practice today will focus a bit on our hamstrings. I've called this class Hamstrings Flow. Again, as you inhale, just feel the breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. You might even feel yourself grow a little taller, a nice lengthened spine. As you exhale, connect to your center body, engaging the abdominal lock. Good. Go ahead and take 3 more breaths like this. And just prepare your body to move. Good, and when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms all the way up into the air, extended mountain pose. A nice stretch, good. Exhale, let's fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. You can bend your knees as much as you need to, and as you fold, you might make your way down, perhaps touching your toes, but of course you don't have to touch your toes. Inhale and slide your hands up to your shins or knees, and just rise up just halfway. Right there, and then exhale, fold right back down towards toes. We're just going to hold here for several breaths, just to introduce a little bit more sensation in your hamstrings, since that is our focus today. Perhaps awareness of your back, natural curvature of the spine, your head moving downward, even allow gravity to draw you downward. Yeah, you might take on the characteristic of a rag doll and just feel that heaviness. Check in with your head and neck. Maybe a few nods, yes, shake your head, no, just to loosen in the neck area. Check in with your shoulders. You might create some circles with your shoulders here. Let's prepare to stand. First, just shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees, feel like you're going to sit down. Look forward and take your arms out to the side. Then inhale, stand up nice and tall, reach high, that's it. Exhale, you can bring your hands down to your heart or down to your side, either one. Just hold for a moment, take a breath. Do that same sequence again. Whenever you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Good stretch. Exhale, leading with heart, fold forward, soft knees. Guide your way down at your own pace. Again, maybe touching toes. Maybe your hands land at your shins. Inhale, slide your hands up to your knees or thighs and extend your spine a long, flat back. And then exhale, fold again. We'll pause here. When you fold, that can just be a partial fold, meaning you might not go all the way down. Or again, perhaps take that ragdoll quality and just experience that heaviness. And just hang heavily forward. Noticing, once again, sensation. The curvature in the spine, maybe that stretch quality in your hamstrings and even lower glutes, even with a little bend in the knees. Yeah, Inhale, maybe a little sway left and right, getting into the hips and low back. One more breath or two. We'll prepare to stand. When you're ready, again, shifting weight into your heels, bend your knees, feel like you're going to sit, look forward, spread your wings. Inhale, rising high. Exhale, hands to your heart or down by your side. Another pause here. Fine breath. We'll continue with our sun salute. Series A, inhale, reach into the air, and exhale, swan dive forward. Always go at your own pace. And inhale, we'll extend the spine. We'll call it monkey pose. Exhale, fold and bend so you can get low enough so you can bring your hands to the mat in front of your feet and walk or step or even hop both feet back to the back end of your mat. You'll be in plank pose, a high push-up position. Hold here for a moment just to experience strength in the body. Take a breath in. When you exhale, bend your knees slightly, then send your hips up and back or up into the air, moving into downward facing dog. I just call this a shortcut from plank to down dog. You can do this anytime in the practice, just as a little alternative to that full vinyasa. And once you've arrived in down dog, you might, adjust your hands, adjust your feet so you feel pretty stable in this inverted posture. You certainly can hold in stillness or add movement. You might pedal the feet, stretching your calves and your toes. Let your knees bend. Your hips might even shift side to side. There you go. If you need to rest, you can always just bring knees to the floor and just pause for a moment. Let's take a full breath in, once again filling up your lungs as best as you can. Exhale, draw belly in, engaging your core system. Bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of your mat. Inhale, extend the spine. Come forward through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold. Let's keep it moving. Weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees. Let's inhale. Reverse swan dive. Coming all the way up. Reach high. This exhale, move right into chair pose. We're just going to keep it moving, going into series B. Just a little weight shift into the heels, where you can easily tap your toes or just lift the toes. Inhale, just kind of reach out through the arms. Yes. Then exhale. Let's dive out of the seat. Back down towards toes. Forward fold. Continuing. Inhale, extending the spine. Exhale, fold and bend, getting low enough, hands to the mat, walk, step, or hop. Both feet back, plank pose. Pause here. Again, you're welcome to take that same shortcut to down dog, or with your exhale, bend elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs as you lower your way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Take a back bend. It might be an upward facing dog or cobra or something in between. And exhale onto your toes, lifting knees, then hips up into the sky, downward facing. Take the time to adjust hands, adjust feet, settle in, take a breath. We'll continue with our lunge sequence. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you, finding the wall back there. Good. Exhale, bring right foot to the top of the mat, landing there. Left heel will turn to the floor. Make sure to shift weight back into that foot so that feel good balance. Feel an extension through the spine, then hinge through the hips. Inhale, rising up, reaching to the air. Here's our warrior one. Exhale, hinge and fold. Make your way back down. Plant the hands. Slide the right foot back into plank pose. Same thing. Shortcut to down dog or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Nicely done. Settling in, arriving. Take a breath. When you're ready, inhale to extend left leg up and back. Find the wall behind you. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Nice kind of hip work right there to step through. Right heel plants into the floor. Feel steady. Long spine. Inhale, rising up, reaching into the sky. Nice little heart opener right there too. Exhale, hinge and fold. Plant your hands into the earth. Go ahead and slide your left foot back. Plank pose. Finish the sequence as you'd like. Maybe that full vinyasa. Up dog, into downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in your downward facing dog, and while you're here, press both heels at the same time towards the floor. They don't have to touch the floor, but just feel them kind of press down so you feel a stretch quality in the calves. It just kind of gets, since we're working hamstrings or the backs of the legs, let's just introduce that stretch in the calves as well. Go ahead and kneel down. We're going to take a seat, so you might sit back into hero briefly, sit off to the side, swing the legs around to the front. Sit in the center of your mat. Go ahead and roll down onto your back, and go ahead and draw knees to chest. You can add some movement here. some circles or a rocking sensation. And we're getting ready for bridge pose. So eventually just set the feet onto the floor, knees bent. You'll inhale just to fill up your lungs. Exhale, engage core. And then lift into the air, lifting hips right on up. Right into bridge pose. Many ways that you can be here. So if you need a little extra support, you can certainly use your hands and lift yourself up or hold yourself up. If you happen to have a block or two, you can slide a block underneath you to sit on. Now your arms, they can just be flat and straight on the floor, or even bend your elbows at 90 degrees. Press down into the ground with your elbows and triceps. That might help lift, open, and even stabilize the upper body. There you go. Nice. 3 more breaths here. Good. All right, come out, wiggle the feet forward or step forward a little bit. Extend your arms straight up into the air. You're just making space in the back body, and then roll your way down to the floor, just making space. Go ahead and extend the legs out front, straight legs, and reach your arms behind you. Yeah, reaching in these opposite directions, just for a little stretch here. Excellent. Now, go ahead and draw both knees into chest. Catch them in your hands. And a steady rock forward and back, finding breath. And eventually rocking your way up to a seated position so you can come to boat pose. Let's establish our boat position. This is how I usually kind of get into it, where I start with my knees bent. I flex the feet. Flexing the feet just keeps the legs active. Holding onto the legs for me helps me to lift and extend the spine, making sure I've got that angled body, upper body. We're breathing in, filling up the lungs, exhaling, engage core center. Now that you've established your pose, we're going to do a thing here. Just look at your knees, and if the knees are bent like mine, just kind of look at the knees and they're nicely aligned. What you're going to do is just extend the right leg, just hinging right at the knee, but to keep them aligned. You might even point your toes of the right foot. So we're just extending the leg. You can always hold on to it. Okay? And then bend it, bend the knee, flex the foot, and then do the other side. So extend the left leg right there at the knee joint, maybe point your toes. Good. And then bend and flex. Here we go. Breathing. We're going to move. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. You can go ahead and take a shortcut to downward facing dog. You can certainly go through the full sequence if you'd like, and we'll add on to the sequence from here. Inhale, extend the right leg up into the air. Hold here on the exhale. What you'll do is press the left heel again towards the floor. Again, it doesn't have to touch the floor. Just feel that little extra stretch. And then rise up onto tiptoes. Lift as high as you can. You'll lift a little higher. Inhale. And exhale a step through. So right foot to the top of the mat landing. Left heel will turn to the floor. Again, shifting weight into that back foot. Feeling balanced. Long spine. Inhale, rising up, warrior 1. We'll exhale and open it up to a warrior 2. Settling in, making knee adjustments with the feet. There you go. Knee and toes in front are pointing directly forward. Nice tall torso, outstretched arms. Then our side angle pose, reaching out, angled upper body. Then rotate the arms. I tend to stay up high in this pose, but you're certainly welcome to go down much lower. Maybe you can and want to touch the ground with the right hand, or bring in some stacked blocks if you want. Just as long as you feel opened, you feel good, you can breathe easily. All right, take another breath in, preparing to move. And we'll exhale, we'll turn, fold, and bend. Hands to the floor. Let's step back into plank pose. Hold for a moment there. Once again, take your shortcut to down dog, or go through the full vinyasa if you like. Then you'll inhale to extend the left leg straight up into the air. Hold there as you exhale and press right heel towards the floor, just to feel that extra sensation of lengthening, maybe a stretch through the back of the leg there. And then rise up onto tiptoes and just notice how you rise up a little higher. Yes, breathe in, exhale, step through. Because you went higher, you might be able to get that left foot all the way through to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the floor, grounded. Inhale, rising when you're ready, warrior 1. And our exhale, opening to warrior 2. Settling in, adjusting the feet, there we go. Knee and toes pointing forward. Reaching out in front to angle the upper half of the body, moving into our side angle pose. Reaching high, reaching low, staying up high or going down low, so you decide whatever feels right for your body on this side, because it could be different from the first side. Wonderful. We'll breathe in. And our exhale, so we can turn and fold, plant the hands, slide left foot back, plank pose. Again, you're welcome to take shortcut to down dog or come down, this time to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Good variations there. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. When you exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet here. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Now we're going to keep this moving. Reaching high. When we exhale, bring the arms down. And as they get low enough, you're going to start reaching behind you like this. Like you're reaching for the back corners of your mat. Okay? And you can feel the shoulders draw back naturally there. Now you can keep the arms as they are, or if you're able, interlace your fingers here. It's okay if the elbows stay bent, but if you can, just kind of press down towards the floor through the knuckles. And again, seeing if you can roll shoulders back, squeezing shoulder blades together, heart opens, even tip the chin up just a tiny bit, just a little bit. And then a chair-like pose, so bend your knees and then tip upper body so you're like in a chair pose. You don't have to go down too low. We're not going to go too low. Just a chair-like position, folded fingers behind you. They might touch the back, or if you can, just lift slightly away from the back. Take another breath or two. Okay, you might soften, release the fingers. Inhale, stand up nice and tall, reach high. We're going to flow from here. Exhale, swan dive forward. And inhale, monkey pose, or that extended spine. Exhale, fold and bend. Make your way down to the ground. Hop or step back into plank pose. Come right down if you like, Chaturanga Dandasana. Yes, inhale, up dog. Yeah, you can always bring knees to the floor first, then chest. Find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're just flowing. Inhale, reaching right leg up. Let's keep it moving. Exhale, right foot right up to the top of the mat. Left heel turns to the floor. Hinging from hips, rising up, warrior one. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Hold here for a moment. Let's introduce another pose. We're going to triangle pose. You're going to straighten the right leg. Now, if your feet are far apart, that's fine, but you can always step them closer together if you want. And then start reaching out over that right leg and rotate. There we are. So we're in our triangle pose. Nice straight right leg, so you might feel that hamstring extension, stretch. But also notice what other parts of the body are affected by the pose. Stay in this tipped over position. What you'll do here is just bend the right knee. You'll kind of sink down into a side angle pose. Just a little bit is fine. Just bending that knee. Breathe in to open up the chest. Exhale, turn, hands to the floor. And just step back into down dog. Step the foot back, both feet on the ground, hips into the sky, and feel that nice re-extension of the spine here. Other side, inhale, extend left leg into the air. And your exhale to step through, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel turns to the ground. When you're ready, a floating upward sensation, warrior one. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Just arrive in the pose, that's right. Feel the warrior two, and then we'll set it up for triangle. Straighten the left leg, adjust the feet if you need to. There you go. And then reach out, perfect, and rotate. Reaching down. Now this left hand, just like in side angle, this left hand doesn't have to go down low at all. It might even just be at your inner thigh or knee, okay, for the pose. Okay, you might be lower, and if you are lower, you might find that your hips or your back end is kind of pushing back a little bit, and that's fine. It doesn't change the integrity of the pose. Feel the sensations here. Notice what's happening. There we are. Staying tipped over. We're just going to bend the left knee so we kind of slide into that side angle. You don't have to go down too low there. Breathing in, opening up through the chest. And our exhale to close. Turn. Bring hands to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. Okay, both feet on the ground, hips into the air. Good. Another lunging sequence. You're going to inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. High lunge this time, so left heel will remain lifted. That's it. This takes a little bit more balance. You do want to shift the weight back towards that back heel, even though it's lifted, to easily hinge from hips, rising up, reaching up into the air. A good extension, like as if you're going to touch the ceiling, and be sure you're lunging. And then imagine you may have a block between the knees or thighs, and you're squeezing. Hug it in so you feel the leg engagement for the balance. Yes. Here we're going to rise up to straighten the legs as best as you can. Pivot or turn left heel to the floor. You'll turn to the left side of the room. Drop your arms down to parallel. Legs are straight, but you're going to turn the right foot so it matches the left foot. You might need to adjust the feet so they're aligned. I just call this a star shape. Just like this. We're going to breathe in and reach out with the arms. Feel tall. Exhale, draw belly in and put a bend in the knees, and then we'll fold. I like putting the bend in the knees just to protect the back as you fold. Coming down. We're going to inhale, rise up to fingertips to help re-extend spine, and then fold again. Just back down here. So a nice wide-legged forward fold. You're welcome just to hold, breathe, and experience the sensation as the body gets used to this new posture. With the wide-legged stance here, it does affect all portions of the legs, which is nice. You get the hamstrings, and you get the inner legs and the outer legs. Get a nice lengthening and stretch quality here, yeah. Three more breaths. After your third breath, rise to your fingertips again to extend the spine. That's an inhale. Hold on the exhale. So we have this extended spine. You're on your fingertips. Lean back into your heels. Bend your knees. Feel like you're going to sit. Okay, that should sound familiar here. That should allow your hands to lift away from the ground. Spread your wings out to the side. There you go. Hold that for a moment. And then we'll stand tall. Return to your star shape right there. And then you'll turn your right foot forward, lunge into Warrior Two. And let's reverse the warrior here. Right palm turns up, reaching into the air. Nice extension. It might be straight up. It might even be slightly forward. It can even be slightly behind you. Make sure you're still lunging or bending the right knee. Breathe in. We're going to exhale and do this little cartwheel or windmill. Bring the hands down to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Pause there for a moment. Press hands firmly into the ground, strong hands and arms. Slide right foot back, plank pose. Finish the sequence as you'd like. That could be chaturanga. Into your up dog and downward facing. Good. Inhale to extend left leg into the air. Good. Exhale, left foot now to the top of the mat. It's our high lunge. So right heel stays lifted. Be sure to shift the weight back towards that back foot so the hands are light, so you can easily hinge from hips like you're opening the lid of a box, reaching into the air. Reach high, lunge low, hug inner thighs, and squeeze the imaginary block there. That's it. That helps with that balance since we don't have that full connection to the earth. Then we're going to rise up to straighten the legs a bit. Pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, bring arms down to parallel, hold, and then spin the left foot so it matches the right foot. You'll be in your star shape again. Adjust the feet as you need to. Breathe in and reach out with the arms. Feel tall. Exhale, pull belly in. Bend your knees, then fold. Just a softness in the knees, just to protect back all the way down. Touch ground as you're able. Inhale, re-extend spine, rise to fingertips as if you're moving forward. There it is. Exhale, fold. Hold for just a couple breaths. Now we've already introduced the body to this position, so we're going to add a few other things. One thing you may do here is kind of bring both hands, or even just one hand, over towards right foot. Okay? And just notice these sensations. Walk back to center with both hands. Keep left hand or left fingertips on the floor. Extend your right arm out to the right side, and then twist, opening towards your right side. So a slightly different sensation. Nice. Breathing in. Exhale to unwind it, and go ahead and walk both hands over to left foot. Kind of creates a different twisting sensation, even kind of a lunging experience. And then we'll walk hands back to center, keeping right hand or fingertips on the floor. Extend left arm out to the side, and then spin or twist to the left side. So here we have a little bit more of an extended spine, rotating on its axis. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, unwind, coming back down. Rise to fingertips, extend spine on the inhale. Hold on the exhale by drawing belly in. Weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees, feel like you're going to sit. So the hands are light. You can easily extend them out to the side. Spread your wings. There we go. Stand tall, star shape, so arms are parallel to the floor. And spin the left foot forward, lunging into your warrior two. And reverse your warrior. Left hand up into the air. Again, might be 12 o'clock or slightly forward or slightly behind you. Lunging with a good bend in the left knee. Noticing that nice stretch through left side. Breathe in. And our exhale to windmill, bringing hands down to the floor. Keep them there. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Pause for a second there. Plant the hands strongly into the ground. Strong arms. So you can easily slide or step left foot back, plank pose. Chaturanga. Into up dog and downward facing dog. Good. Take a little pause here. You're going to come to hero pose. Just bring your knees down, sitting back into hero, even for a couple breaths if you can. If this becomes uncomfortable, you can certainly come out of the pose. Okay? But this is going to be part of one of the next postures that we're going to do. Let me show you how we'll get there. So that sequence is we're all going to be repeating. So this is our reversed warrior. I'm going to windmill into that position that we just finished, up onto tiptoes. We're in this runner's lunge, and what we'll do as an add-on, this left leg that's extended, I'm going to gently set the knee down, even flatten the foot, and then sit back. Okay? So it's like a half hero, what you're doing. We have an extended leg out front. And these hands here can help prop yourself up. You can flex or point the toes there. You can stay up tall or even fold forward if you want to get more into that front leg and that hamstring. Okay? From there, we're going to just come back up to knee and foot. Plant the hands. What was I going to do here? Even out, we're going to kind of step this left hand out to the side, take the right foot out to the side and do a little gate-like pose, a little stretch, side stretch there. And bring this leg back behind us and come to a child's pose. And that'll take us back into a down dog. Okay? So let's go ahead and try that. So come to a downward facing dog. All right, and while in down dog, press both heels towards the floor again. Even pedal the feet actually, since you were just sitting on top of the feet in that hero pose. So now just kind of get some movement back in the ankles and toes there. So we'll try this new transition. We're going to inhale, take right leg up into the air. Right foot to the top of the mat. Just come right to a warrior one. And opening to a warrior two. Let's go ahead and reverse the warrior here. Reaching right hand up. That's it. Nice extension. Then a windmill, bring the hands down to the floor in front. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. There's our runner's lunge. Then gently set the left knee down. Maybe flatten that foot behind you. And then sit back to our half hero right leg extension. Yeah, you can use a block here, which is nice. Maybe on that right side to sit for a second. We're not going to be here too long. Okay? Again, you can stay up nice and tall, flexed foot or pointed toes, even fold forward, even a bit, will get you into that hamstring. Okay? Use your hands to press yourself up to knee and foot here, and then left hand out to the left side, right onto the floor, and just kind of kick that right leg out to the right side and reach over, yes, with the right arm. And then bring the right knee and foot back behind you so you'll be on your knees and sit back into a quick child's pose. These are quick, just a nice extension through the arms, open shoulders. Come up, 2 hands and knees, tuck toes, knees and hips into the sky, down dog. So that's the flow. We'll try the other side. And inhale to extend left leg up, left foot to the top of the mat, warrior 1. Plant that right heel, rise when you're ready, good. Exhale, opening, warrior 2. Settling in, reverse your warrior, left palm spins up, reach up. Nice side to body stretch. Windmill, bring the hands to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. There's our runner's lunge. Gently set right knee onto the floor. Flatten the foot back there. Sit back for the half hero, leg extension. Use a block for a little seat. Flex the foot or point the toes. Fold forward if you'd like. A little stretch there. Use hands to help press back up to knee and foot. Right hand off to the right side so you can kick that left leg out to the side. Get that side stretch with the left arm reaching overhead. Let's kick the left leg back behind us, lower our way down to a quick child's pose. Hands and knees, tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Inhale to extend spine. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming up, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart or down by your side. Good. A little breather here. Take a moment. Good. Nice, yeah. So we're going to start with that same arm stretch. It's really a shoulder opening here, okay? So mountain pose. Let's go ahead and inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Good stretch through the side bodies. Exhale, arms down. Reach back, hold here or interlace fingers, you choose. Shoulders roll back, heart opens. Take a little chair pose, bend knees, tip upper body. Now, feel free to stay here, or if you'd like, this is an option. Okay? Keep extending through spine, sit a little lower, and keep tipping. Where head goes down, hips and folded fingers go up. Optional. You can still stay in that chair position, or try this sensation, or something in between. You don't have to go down too low. Okay. Wherever you are, just going to lower the hands, release the fingers, let the hands drop. Be a little monkey pose there if you're in a forward fold. Exhale and fold, hands to the floor. Walk or step back into plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, or any variation of a flow to get you to downward facing dog. You can even just take that shortcut. Nice. Now inhale, extend right leg straight up and back. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Left heel stays lifted, all 10 toes pointing forward. Find the balance. Rise up, reach up. Once you're tall here, keep shooting up to straighten the legs. Pivot left heel to the floor, you'll turn sideways, arms drop to parallel. Spin the right foot to match the left. You'll be in star shape. That's it. Inhale, reach out. Get tall. Exhale, pull belly and bend the knees and fold. Okay, inhale, rise up to fingertips, extend spine, hold here on the exhale. Let's take that twist again. So left hand stays on the floor, right arm extends out to the side, and then rotate. And what you could do is stay just like this, or this left hand is probably directly underneath you, okay, right underneath your face. You can even step this left hand over towards right foot, just a little bit, and that might allow you to rotate a little bit more if you want. Breathe in. Exhale, let's unwind. Okay, keep the spine nice and long. Right hand stays on the floor directly underneath you. Extend left arm out to the side. With the exhale, rotate. Doesn't have to be too far at all. And again, you can keep the right hand as it is, or just step it a little bit to the left side to help you rotate a bit more. Not forcing this, not pushing the body. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll go ahead and unwind it. Still propped up on fingertips. Just be sure the spine is extended. Shift weight into the heels. Bend your knees. Take that little seat. Weight, the hands are light. Extend them out to the side. Spread your wings. Rise tall. Here we are. Good. Star shape. Spin right foot forward. Lunging warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Reach. Right hand up. Okay, and then a big cartwheel or windmill. Hands to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Runner's lunge. Set the left knee down. Sit back. Half hero. Stretch. Let's hold this a little bit longer as you're able. Nice extension through the legs. Okay. Hopefully some of the other postures we've been doing are helping to get more extension through the legs. So even test out, a fold here. Okay, let's go ahead and rise back up to the knee and foot. Left hand out to the side. Kick that right leg out to get the side stretch. Helps open the hip a little bit there too. Right foot kicks behind you. Sit back, child's pose. It's a quick one. Just to go low, then come right up to hands and knees. Tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Right heel stays lifted. Find the balance. Rise. Reach. Once you're tall, shoot up, straighten the legs, pivot right heel to the floor, turn sideways, arms drop to parallel, spin left toes forward, star shape here. Okay, we're doing something a little bit different. You're going to inhale, reach out with the arms, stay tall. You're going to exhale, bring the hands behind you, okay, and interlace your fingers like we did earlier, okay? You can always just reach without folding fingers, okay? Roll shoulders back, tip chin up, inhale, puff up through the lungs. Exhale, pull belly in, bend the knees, and fold. You can be a partial fold, kind of like chair pose like we did earlier, or all the way down, or just to the space that feels right for you. With the folded fingers, yes, they might be resting on your back, that's fine. But if you've got some opening in the shoulders and back and neck, maybe the hands can reach up towards the ceiling, even with fingers folded. Gentle. Here's what might help, okay? Because if you can see the person behind you or the wall behind you, okay, that means your chin is tucked in towards your chest. Just lift the chin away a little bit to lengthen through the neck. Yes. So you're looking mostly down. And see if that changes how much deeper the arms might go overhead. Okay? Because when you tuck the chin in, it kind of locks those shoulders and upper back muscles. There you go. Okay, let's lower the hands to low back, release the fingers, bring hands to the floor. Okay, inhale, rise to fingertips, extend spine, hold. Weight shift into the heels, bend the knees, take that little seat, spread your wings, then rise to your star shape. Turn left foot forward, lunge, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Reach. Here comes our windmill to bring hands to the floor in front. Rise up on the tiptoes behind you, runner's lunge, set right knee down, sit back, half hero, leg extension, hold. If you need to rise up a little higher, if you can't sit all the way back and down, just stay propped up onto the fingertips or bring in a block. That's certainly significant on that knee and ankle. Maybe a gentle fold, deeper breaths. And then we'll come back up to foot and knee. Right hand out to the side. Kick that left leg out to the side. Side stretch. Left foot kicks behind. Sit back briefly into that child's pose. Hands and knees. Let's stay on hands and knees and just move into cat-cow. Just take that flow. Cat and cow. Good. 2 more. And we'll take another pause here and go ahead and return to child's pose. You can sit back. You might even take the knees a little wider. Sit back. You can start with the arms extended just for the little stretch, but you can soften this and relax this by bringing arms down by your side, like as if you're reaching for your feet, and let the arms and shoulders just completely relax, okay? Excellent. Taking a moment just to reconnect to breath and body. Excellent. 3 more breaths. Take your time. Slowly return to hands and knees, just lifting yourself up. Tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Feel the re-extension of spine, strong arms. Going through the sequence again, picking up the pace a bit. Inhale, extend right leg up, right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Shift the weight back, rise. Again, once you're tall here, shoot straight up, straighten the legs. Pivot left heel to the floor, opening up. Okay, spin the right foot forward, so we're in our star shape. Okay, a little something different here. You're gonna make peace fingers, okay, with your hands here, peace fingers. Okay, inhale, reach out with your peace fingers. Okay, exhale, pull belly in, soften the knees, and fold. Lift your toes. What you're gonna do with those peace fingers, see if you can hook those peace fingers around the big toes. Once you've got them, if you've got them, extend the spine. Inhale, extend, exhale, fold. Now, if you can't reach those toes, that's okay. You can just hold on to the backs of your legs. Okay, just drawing yourself downward. Excellent. One more breath. Release the toes, hands in front here on the floor. Help to extend the spine, lifting up a bit. Weight in the heels, bend the knees, spread your wings. Star shape, rising up. Spin the right foot forward, lunging into warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Reach. Windmill, down to the floor in front. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Gently set left knee down. Sit back, half hero. This is a quick one. Just a quick stretch, maybe a fold to go with it. Come right back up, knee and foot. Left hand out to the side. Kick right leg out, side stretch. Right leg behind you, child's pose. Lengthen, just reach out with the arms here. Maybe you're propped up on fingertips. Come up onto hands and knees, tuck toes. Lift knees and hips, down dog. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Find the center, rise. Once you're tall, shoot straight up. Pivot right heel to the floor, arms to parallel, spin left foot, come to your star shape. Same thing, peace fingers. Inhale, reach. Get tall, exhale, pull belly in, bend knees, fold. Lift the toes, hook the fingers around big toes. Once you've got them, inhale, extend spine, like you're shooting forward there. Good. Exhale, fold, still holding onto the toes or holding onto the backs of the legs. And if you're pretty flexible and you're low, really low, your elbows may need to bend, and it's okay to bend the elbows. They might just point out to the side of the room, okay? And that's appropriate for this posture. Very nice. 3 more breaths. You'll release the big toes, hands in front, propped up on fingertips. Inhale to extend spine, hold. Weight shift into the heels, bend the knees, take the seat, spread your wings. Stand tall, star shape. Spin left foot forward, lunge, warrior 2, reverse your warrior. Left hand reaching up. Good windmill, hands to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you, runner's lunge, set right knee down. Lengthen the foot, sit back for the half hero. Quick stretch, maybe a fold to go along with that. Right back up we go. Right hand out to the side, kick left leg out, side stretch. Left foot behind you. Child's pose, reach, sit. Okay, and then actually just rise to hero. Just come to hero from where you are. Go ahead and take a seat. Spin sideways, turn sideways on your mat. So you're going to, folks in the room here, so you're facing the windows. And extend the legs out. You might need to sit back where you're on the floor behind you. So when you open the legs here, your heels are on your mat. So you have something soft on your feet there, okay? Go ahead and stay there. Nice and tall. Maybe hands behind you, just press into the floor to help you extend spine. Okay, we're going to inhale just to get that length. Exhale, kind of push forward or lean forward just a little bit. Now you can pause at any point. You can stay just like that. Go a little further. You might even bring at least one hand in front to help support your body. If you go a little lower, maybe you can bring both hands in front. You can stay just like that. Okay? If you want, just to mimic what we did a little earlier, maybe you reach your hands out, hook your peace fingers around the big toes. We're going to do a couple things with this posture. So one, we've just got this forward fold to center, hands helping to support the body, hands on the floor, either in front or behind you, or maybe you're holding on to big toes. Take 2 more breaths. Okay, maybe hands in front to help you sit back up nice and tall as can be. You're going to start with the right side, so your right hand, just wave with your right hand. You can kind of lean forward or down towards your right leg, and you're kind of hook the elbow, your right elbow, on the inner right thigh. Just kind of plug it in there. Use that as some leverage to help extend your spine, sending the crown of your head towards your right foot. So you're extending, but you're sideways. And you're kind of opening up, turning your torso so you're just kind of opened. Take your left hand out to the left side and maybe up towards ceiling. And just notice what this feels like here. Okay, you can stay just like this because this might be a significant stretch. As you're able, maybe you're reaching over your head with this left hand towards that right foot. Some of you might be able to get that right foot over there. Your right elbow that's against the inner leg, you can keep it there or extend that arm and reach out for the foot. Okay, so maybe you've got both hands reaching, maybe even touching the right foot, just depending on how much side bend you've got in your body. Okay, kind of soften that up. And then turn your torso towards your right foot. Maybe hands plugged into the floor, fingertips plugged into the floor here to help extend spine. And then hinge outward towards the right foot, right knee. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meanwhile, the left leg is still got to be doing something. So make sure the left leg's still extended and you're flexing the foot over there. 2 more breaths. Still facing this right leg and foot. Just prop yourself up, hinge your way back up, nice and tall, still facing to the right. Once you're nice and tall, then unwind, face forward. Okay, I'm just going to go right into the other side. So we got the left elbow bending, kind of lean and get low enough and plug that elbow into the inner left leg. Use that as leverage to help extend the spine as if you're kind of moving out towards left foot, and then open your chest towards the front of the room there, or just towards your front of the room. Okay? Then right arm can extend out to the side, up into the air, and then maybe over your head towards your left foot. Okay? Again, just kind of checking in with how this feels. I know for me, I have to stay up kind of high. Okay? Now this left hand or elbow can stay in the inner leg or extend that leg out to the foot. Okay? Right hand might just be reaching in the air. Maybe you can bend and go get that foot. This is a pretty deep side stretch. Nice, you guys. A couple more breaths. After that second breath, we're kind of softening and releasing, kind of lifting even so you have some mobility so you can actually turn towards this left foot. Use your hands on the floor to help get that extension of the spine and then hinge out over it or towards it. Mm-hmm. As we're hovering over the left leg here, let's make sure the right leg is still active. Flex the foot. Two more breaths. Still facing this left foot, we're lifting, extending, getting as tall as can be. Once you're tall enough, face forward. Okay? Both hands behind you, lean back, soften. Bend the knees if you can. Oof, they've been stretched out a bit. Bring the soles of the feet together. We're in cobbler's pose. You might even turn this into a bit of a back bend. We did a lot of forward folds there and side bends. So keeping hands behind you, just let the shoulders roll back, tip the chin up, feel the heart lifting, and just press into the floor with the hands. And you'll create this little bit of a back bend feel. You might even open the hips. You might find that your knees kind of drop open a bit more. Take a few breaths here. There you go. One more breath right here. Okay, we'll soften out of that seated back bend and cobbler's pose. And just come to hands and knees facing the front of the room. Just kind of roll and come up onto hands and knees facing the front of the room here. And maybe 2 or 3 cat-cow flow movements here, just to undulate through the spine. Any added movements here is certainly welcomed. Even some movement of your hips, circling of the hips side to side, circles. Okay, no rush, just do what you need to do there. Eventually you will just take another seat into hero just briefly so you can sit off to the side, swing legs around to the front. Roll on down. Hug knees in. Added movements here. Maybe even a hip opener. Choose one. Maybe it's happy baby pose or reclining cobbler's pose. Just a few breaths in those positions if you'd like. And you're welcome then to finish with a twist. So when you're finished with your hip openers, you might hug the knees in towards body again and twist. Just start with either side, doesn't matter which. Knees to one side as the opposite arm extends in that direction. And perhaps you'll take, maybe 5 breaths or maybe more on each side. These are just some suggestions, some ideas if you would like to engage into these postures, hip openers, side bends, or twists. If there's any other movement you'd like to add to help complete your practice, please do so. That might be an inverted pose, like legs in the air, or shoulder stand, maybe even another back bend. When you feel complete with your asana movements, just make your way to something comfortable. Perhaps it's Shavasana or any other restorative position where you can easily relax your entire body. Just melting into the ground, tuning into breath. Stay right where you are. Just continue to be aware of your breath. Return to the awareness of your breath. Just notice your breathing. With this awareness, take 5 slow, steady breaths. And as you're breathing, just feel movement gently return to your body. Subtle movements at first. And then sometime after your 5th breath, take your time and slowly roll onto either side of your body, just briefly there in a nurturing pose. Find your breath. Still regaining movement in your body. And continue to move as slowly as you can, eventually just rising to a seated position. Take your time. And once you're here, perhaps just sit up as tall as can be, shoulders gently rolled back, relaxed arms and hands. And then just one more movement together. Let's inhale, extend the arms out, reaching up. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Take one more breath in and out. And as we come to the close of this portion of our journey together, we bow, saying, Namaste.